This is Morten from INKISH. We are here at the unboxing event in Cambridge for the new AGFA SpeedSet 1060. And I just met Roy that works for Highcon in the US.
Yes.
And the UK very soon, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. And resident in both in America and in the Netherlands.
That's correct.
I mean, your business cards, they must be so long, right?
Yeah, we keep it simple.
Okay.
We just put sales on it.
Sales. And that's what you do?
That's correct.
Yeah. And I saw that you announced a new sales a couple of days ago that was pretty impressive with two Beam 2Cs and a letter of intent for the third one, right?
Well, there was an announcement, if you're referring to Menasha Packaging, it was for the Beam 2 product.
Precisely, yeah.
So we have two lines for the folding carton market and for the corrugated market. So this mentioned the Beam 2, which is for the cartons market. But yes, we were proud of that win.
Were you involved?
I was involved in a few items in the background. Kevin Kesselring led that initiative. Okay. He's based out of St. Louis. Okay. Yes.
But amazing, because I mean, I did an interview with Shlomo just a few months ago, because I mean, you have been in a few troubles, right? And basically seemed that now that with the, let's say, the renewed energy of Highcon and customers that buys your products, it seems that it's starting to move in the right direction, right?
Well, it was a lot of work. So I attribute it to really paying attention to the customer. So in a process like the deal announcement that you referred to, we also leveraged insights, and that could be demonstrations on site. We work very closely as a team, and honestly, the commitment to the success during the COVID period, it's now paying off for us.
And we have done so many films from Highcon, and I can't help saying that, but always when we talk with people from Highcon, Highcon was INKISH's very first customer. So it's always a very special relationship, so to speak, right?
I'll have to tell Aviv I'm still involved, once in a while, talking on a personal level with him.
I had a dinner with Aviv, and I was in Jerusalem, in Tel Aviv the last time. So please send him regards to him, right?
Yeah, I will.
So now we are here at with AGFA, and I take that having, let's say, it seems that you have kind of partnership, because I see Highcon logos, I see Highcon cuts on some of the packaging here, and being in the digital world with the B1 sheet size and digital finishing with the Highcon, it seems like a very good way of looking into digital packaging, right?
Yeah, we were asked very recently to come and participate. It came out of some interaction in the past conference. However, you bring up the concept of digital manufacturing and focus on throughput. We heard it in the sessions today. What can you deliver? What can you do in terms of number of units in an hour? And of course, digital finishing only complements digital printing. They go hand in hand.
Is that, I mean, when you go out, as you say, it says sales on your business card, right? So when you meet customers in the market, and do they start to understand that it's not just about the speed, but it's more like the entire throughput of a process?
It can be that. However, especially in the last 9 to 12 months, the focus on sustainability has been very, very high. And this is driven by prospective customers and really their customers coming with new asks. So yes, it can be what you mentioned. However, it's also other topics. And I put sustainability right at the top of those topics right now.
So the digital transformation when it comes to packaging is as much or even more about sustainability, because you don't have waste. You basically only produce what you need, right?
That's correct. Yeah. And that's where it starts. In the case of Highcon, in some cases, you can even lightweight the material. Oh, yeah, of course. And the digital finishing capability allows you an avenue to perhaps now go to a mono material package, which could mean you're replacing foam. And because of the digital design capability, you could maybe place an insert into a box that, because of digital cutting capability, is more refined. We also have some advantages that are functional advantages. Precision and consistency for perforation, lock features.
I remember you had these lock things where you really showed that when you peel, basically the material doesn't crack the same way as if you do it in an analog way, right?
Yeah, and the analog process could simply be just harder to control. Yeah. Right? So in packaging, it's about functionality. It's about protecting the product. Of course, it's about branding and hopefully influencing a consumer to take the product off the shelf and interact. There's a lot of decisions going on.
I don't know if you know that, but Chica and I actually did a film from Tim's in Czech Republic for Highcon. Just
Yeah,
a few.
no, I saw it. It was fantastic.
Yeah. And we are very soon going to Schumacher in the Netherlands to see the Highcon installation.
In Breda, right?
Yeah, precisely. And it's just funny because, I mean, sometimes when you think of these really, really large converters, right, you think, how can a digital device fit into the bill, basically, right? But it is like complementing, and I think that every time we have visited some of your customers, seems that the journey of having both the, let's say, the large volume analog production and let's say both the finer detail, the more specific, the faster turnaround time, the tool-free, as you say, the let's say the material save, all those kind of things plays into a role where it makes more and more sense to invest in digital packaging, right?
Yeah, and I think just as we mentioned finishing or digital finishing and digital printing working together, in terms of analog and conventional versus digital capabilities and technology, any organization that can think more in terms of making that work together, opposed to either or on choice point, those are the ones who really take a total solution to their end client. And some clients, the solution is analog, but many clients, a portion of the solution is digital. So it's about making it work together.
Of course, yeah. Now we're here. What do you think of the new SpeedSet?
I thought they did a fantastic job, first of all, in the morning.
Good speakers, right?
Staging the changes that are happening, the macro trends. Walking in here and seeing
It's a huge machine, right?
a very large footprint digital carton system at this speed, I believe we ran close to 11,000 sheets per hour, was just impressive.
Yeah. It's like seeing almost like seeing an offset machine, right?
It's kind of like when I first saw the Aston Martin. When I was 27, I almost got close to buying it. I'm happy I didn't.
Are you close to buying this as well?
If I were a packaging company and seeing the trends that are coming up,
both Jeff and Sean talked about the trends that were very, in their opinion, seem to be very clear direction of where market is going, right?
Yeah. So where I was going with my comment and response is, right now we know that the world has changed a lot over the last 4 or 5 years, probably more than ever, more than any time I can remember in my business career, which is close to 27 years. So knowing that and knowing that more change will come, I'm not ever going to tell a packaging company what to purchase, but I would definitely look at this and including it in the evaluation in the top couple of considerations, for sure.
Last question, just of curiosity, because I mean, you said that you came here a little bit last minute and we see some samples here, but I was just wondering if you look at digital print, digital finishing, how do you see, and how is your relationship with AGFA? Are you working together, or are you just allowed to come and show off a little bit?
Right now, it's very informal. I foresee us working together. Of course, they still have to select the betas, roll those out. Yeah. So this is how Highcon works in general. We are installed at many locations that all have different digital devices, analog devices. I have customers who take analog work, digital work, all coming to the Highcon. So we look at ourselves as just a step in the total manufacturing process. And by the way, it's not just printing, it's not just finishing, it's workflow, it's process.
You have to remember that, because
it's automation, it's artificial intelligence. And so we really pride ourselves to make sure the solution plugs in to whether the partner supplier is AGFA, whether it's any of the others, or whether it's even analog.
And you came in from the US, from where do you live?
So I'm in the greater Seattle area, in Bellevue, Washington, about 10 minutes away from Microsoft. Yeah, it's just fine.
It's coming home, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's just the accent, right?
Yeah, you know, what happens is when I'm around international people, I speak 4 languages. Dutch is my native language, but the accent comes back. If you put me in Texas for 2 days,
you're speaking Texan.
I'll sound like a Texan.
Fantastic. I understood you 100%. Thank you very much, Roy.
Yeah, thank you very much.